University of Tacoma, and I'm an academic advisor for pre-major and first time in college students, and been doing this, academic advising altogether for about 13 years.
Wow.
11 years at PLU and 3 years here, so
Nice.
I guess that's 14 years.
Yeah. So basically the purpose of this interview is just to kind of like hear what your story was like and your experiences that kind of just like shaped how you got to where you are today. Hoping to get some kind of inspiration based on like your story and experiences, and just like finding my own path and figuring out what I want to do, because frankly I am really lost. I don't know what I want to do for the rest of my life, so.
That's all right. I don't think I do either.
Yeah. I wanted to start off by asking you, where were you at my age and what exactly were you doing?
I guess I'll work backwards. From where I am now, I've always thought that the best jobs that you have, the best careers you have, are sometimes ones that find you. And when I was your age, I really did think, and that's what I wanted to be, was a broadcaster. I was going to be the next Oprah Winfrey. You know, that was my whole thing. Then I found out, kind of in the middle of my college years, that being a reporter, I was kind of glamorizing in my mind. I was thinking, oh, you know, I can just do the stories I want to do. And then it got to be like, the editor of my paper wanted me to do something that I did not think was ethical. And so I thought, this was not the career for me. I actually changed my major. It used to be journalism, and I changed my major to just straight English lit. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do with an English literature? What am I going to do? And I had one of my good friends. He actually was not my official advisor. He was a great mentor that I had. Says, you need to go to law school. And I thought, think about it. Well, I didn't pursue it. And then life happens, and you go back and you start going, okay, now I got bills and I got life and all these things. It was actually 20 years from my bachelor's degree to my master's. And in between, I was a newspaper classified ad manager. I worked at a law office for 9 years in accounting, of all things. And then when I talk about things you fall into, I had this opportunity to actually work for the PLU School of Nursing as an advisor. And I thought, okay, what is that? Then I got the job. I just sort of fell into it, but I thought, I love this life. I love connecting people with what they want to do and their passions and their dreams and their hopes, and I did that for 9 years. Or 11 years. I loved it. The only reason why I left Washington, went to Virginia at that time, because I had an opportunity to teach middle school, and it was in Virginia. So I left there because I love teaching too. Also connected with students, with people. So I thought, okay, let me try this for a while. My mother had a stroke. She got sick, and that was a catalyst for me coming back. Then I started working for PLU again. But I was in continuing education nursing. It wasn't quite what I wanted. And I found this position was open for advising. I thought, okay, I get to go back to what I really, really love. I love the excitement, people finding what they want to do, finding out who they are, more important. Because it's not just about what I want to do. It's about who you are. It's about what you love. And I love it when people get connected with that. I also told another person this morning, sounds odd coming from an academic advisor, but it's true. It doesn't matter what degree you achieve. A lot of times it doesn't. Very few careers require that you have to have a license in something, but a lot of careers don't. You can get a degree in, I hate to say underwater basket weaving, but you could. And then later on go on to a master's in social work, and you can still be a social worker. People stress out a lot about major, but it's not really about major. It's about core value. Once you find core value, you can figure out what you want to do from there. So my career path has been, it's not a straight line. I have degrees in English, in business. I have worked as a classified ad manager, as an accountant for a law office. I've worked as a middle school teacher. I've been an advisor. You know, I've worked with Young Life, camping with kids. I was the director of a teen center at one time, a drop-in teen center. It hasn't been this straight path, but in every single one of those positions, I've remained true to the core value, which is I love people. I love helping people find out who they are. So that's really it. My path has not been this straight linear. I did this and this and this and this and it led here. No, it doesn't work that way.
Were you scared that you were going to fail at some point, or that you weren't going to be successful?
Yeah, a lot of times. I was getting ready to graduate for my bachelor's degree from WSU, actually the other school, and I didn't have any prospects lined up. And I had that panic feel like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Actually, this recruiter came on campus from Procter & Gamble. It would be selling detergent. You know, I was so scared and desperate, I almost took that position. No.
thank you.
And I remember being very discouraged when I first started working at the law office. And here I am with a bachelor's degree, and I'm in the back room, and I'm putting together files. And I thought, what am I doing? And I thought, this is going to be my life from now on. It never goes away.
Yeah.
You always have this feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm not going to do well.
Yeah.
It doesn't turn out, you know, that way, but you always do initially have that, so you always have those feelings.
What do you know now that you wish you would have known in college or when you were younger?
You know, finding who you are, I didn't know in college. It took me a long time to figure that out. Probably in the last 10, 15 years, it doesn't come naturally. If I could tell my younger self then what I know now, calm down, chill out, you're gonna be okay.
Do you have any advice for people who are like struggling to find their own path or don't know what career they want to get into?
A lot of it is listen to yourself. Listen to what's inside. Don't let outside voices tell you who you are. You know who you are. You know what you like and what you don't like. And a lot of times we get involved in things because someone told us we had to. And we didn't listen to our gut. Listen to yourself first of all. And then don't be afraid to change a career. If you're in something and it's not working, don't think, oh, but it's going to be a waste of time, or I spent all this time doing it, or I'm too old to do something.
Yeah.
Never be afraid to change. Like I said, I've had several careers. It's all right. And every single one of them has added to what I did next. Never settle. When you settle, you're saying, oh, this is good enough for me. You're better than that. You know what you want.
Yeah.
So go for what you want. One of the things I have on my mind with things is, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. So you need to have a dream that's bigger than you are. You don't want to be scared like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. But a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
It's like, it stretches you just enough. Never get somewhere where you're comfortable and you can do it easy in your sleep. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Never settle. Listen to yourself and stretch.
Thank you so much, Audrey, for taking the time to sit down and chat with me. I really appreciated your advice and just hearing your story.
Anytime. I do this for people like you.